What's up, guys? It is Sunday. I don't know the date, so I'm not going to give it to you. But it's supposed to snow tonight. Again, we had basically snow all week last week. I believe, let's see, we plowed Friday, would have been the 18th. We plowed Saturday, so we plowed Friday into Saturday. Then I went and did cleanup on Sunday. We pushed piles on Monday, and then we did plowing again Tuesday night into Wednesday. Cleaned up on final cleanup on Thursday. Had Friday off, and we broke some stuff. So today's video, I'm gonna fix some stuff. So item number one on the list is that guy. The tack is not a happy camper right now. From what I was told by Adam when he was pushing last storm, he did a lot of back dragging, and when he went to start pushing the snow, he was having a hard time pushing it because I think maybe the rubber cutting edge got a little too low. So we're gonna look at that this morning, and then I also broke my truck because I lost the Boss plug, as it's called, I guess. At least that's what the guys over the Western dealer told me. So what it is there's a plug in the system that has an O-ring on it, and if you have a really crazy pressure spike, sometimes you can blow that O-ring out. So what happened was I vividly remember crashing into a curb in the middle of the night that wasn't marked. It was like an island out in the middle of this lot. So I vividly remember that, and after that is when I noticed the leak. So I'm assuming that's what screwed it up. So I have to fix that. All that it takes to fix is this little O-ring. So it's an Allen-headed wrench. We're gonna back that out, or Allen-headed bolt. We're gonna back it out, put the new O-ring on, plug it back up, top up the fluid, and fingers crossed, should be in good shape. So we're gonna do that. The tack is still warming up. I wasn't very happy. I came and treated it last week with some Diesel Plus. I also got my tank treated and my truck treated, so everything should be good. But that's gonna be today's video, is fixing all the stuff before it's supposed to snow tonight. I think we're talking about a midnight start. So we'll see how that goes, and I'm sure I'll get some more footage, and that'll be that. So stay tuned for more. So I apologize if it's a little bit noisy in here, but you can definitely see right in the middle there, wherever, there's those three bolts must have loosened up a little bit and the edge came down a little. So we're gonna try and loosen those up and then get it all straight again so that it pushes nice tonight. I don't know what I was thinking. I just fixed the tack, and then I did a couple test passes next to me and kind of pushed some of that little inch of snow we had last night up, and everything works good again. But I didn't take a video showing it all working good, so you'll just have to take my word for it, and I'm gonna keep on moving. So next stop, I have to go over to Mother's house, and I'm trying to get all of the pieces for the bulk workbench through poly. I got some hardwood floor polyurethane that I'm putting on it for high traffic areas, so it should set up pretty good, but I want to get a couple coats on it. So I'm gonna go play with that, and then I'll resume this video when I go to pull the plug on my truck and replace that. So sorry I didn't get any more footage of the tack, how it's fixed. Anyway, on to the next. Alright, you can't see me, but I can tell you about what happened the rest of the day and why it's now dark out on the 28th of January and I'm heading to plow. So yesterday was the 27th. In that video clip that I said that I didn't know the date, it's the 27th. I got the tack fixed up. I went home and worked on the Western blade. So it turns out that the plug that I was told to replace the O-ring on actually wasn't a plug. That was a pressure relief valve for the motor assembly. And that's when things went really, really bad. Like really, really bad. So ended up, I pulled the plug, and a bunch of fluid came rushing out, and in that fluid was a little tiny spring, a little tiny check ball, and a little tiny part that goes in the end of the spring to hold the check ball between that and the end of the nut that I had backed out, thinking that that was the Boss plug. That led to a whole fiasco of a 3-hour search of my driveway through the snow in the negative temperatures to find the 3 little parts that I had lost, being the spring, the part that holds the check ball, and the little check ball that was in there. So after I finally did find those, which was not a fun time, I was able to get it all back together. So my plow still isn't technically fixed, but it works. So during this next storm, which we are expected for 8 to 12 tonight, and it's coming down pretty quick so far because it just started and it's already, there's an inch on the ground. It's been snowing less than an hour. I'm gonna have to get out and fill up the fluid every couple hours because I still didn't replace the Boss plug. That will be getting done by a professional who's not gonna lose the check ball, the spring, and the little part that holds the check ball. So stay tuned for more, but that was pretty much horrible, like the worst option that could have happened to me, but we're all good to go. So now we're gonna go push some snow. So clip number 2 for the day that you still can't see me in. I'm curious what windshield wipers anyone out there is using, and if they would like to drop that in the comments below, that would be much appreciated. I picked up a set of the Bosch Icons, I don't know, the day of our last plowing, which was maybe Wednesday or Thursday, and I already broke one, so I had to put the old crappy one that was luckily in my bed because that becomes my dumpster when I'm plowing. So I was lucky enough to have a spare because it literally broke off. And the other one is doing all right, but it keeps building up with ice and stuff. I don't know if it's just because it's literally that cold right now, being that the temperature is 0 before the wind chill, and then also the snow, it feels kind of wet. I don't know if it's just a bad combination, but I can't ever see anything while I'm plowing. So highly annoying. Just curious what you guys are using for wiper blades. You'll have to excuse my dirty windshield, but let's talk about traction and tracks. And that is how we push piles back. All that snow that you can see all the way back there by the tree was all where that truck is. So that truck just hit the curb. You can kind of see it just above my lights. And Adam was able to basically slot all of that stuff back. And the tracks are just grabbing it and putting it where it needs to go. So just kind of to reiterate that those tracks are awesome. Yeah, those tracks are awesome. Terrible at this whole vlogging thing because there's just, I guess, so much excitement in snow plowing that I forget what the hell I'm doing. So I don't even know where we left off, but that was my last account for the night, less my own home, which is, I guess, buried pretty good. So we're gonna see what it's all about, but in the meantime, we're gonna get heading back to Sharon finally, and gonna get my stuff done, and then we're gonna lay low for a little while. So back and we're back again because phone calls. But anyway, I think that's it. I don't even know what I got out of this third storm in the last week, but I'm sure I got something, so we'll mash it all up later, and this will be another just kind of random snowplow video because that's all that I seem to be doing lately. Other than that, thanks for watching.